Hi, I'm Jilly G. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make my gluten-free strawberry lemonade. It's already gluten-free, but this is a gluten-free channel, so I thought I would just remind you. But it will be sugar-free. I'll be using honey today. I'll also let you know how to use sugar if you are interested in sugar, but honey is what I'm using today to sweeten my lemonade. And I've got quite a few lemons here and quite a lot of strawberries. We will not be using all of these strawberries. In fact, I've already been processing some of my strawberries in my food processor. And I was gonna juice my lemons first, but I decided to get my strawberries going. So what we need is 2 cups of strawberry puree and 2 cups of lemon juice. And I've got a couple of lemons here reserved that we'll slice and use for garnish. If you end up not having enough juice, then you don't really have to have a garnish, but you can if you want to. Or you could use strawberries for garnish. I may or may not do that as well. And of course, if you don't like strawberries, this is easily made with any fruit that you like. Blueberries, raspberries, peaches, cherries, the list goes on. Any kind of fruit, and it's the same equivalents. 2 cups of whatever fruit you're using, 2 cups of lemon juice, and then the water and honey equivalents. You could even use frozen fruit, frozen strawberries, or a mixture. Or just make plain lemonade that doesn't have any other fruit. Or limes, whatever you want. It's so versatile and so delicious. But while I'm finishing up with my strawberries, I do just want to say thank you so much to everybody that has recently subscribed to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. And thank you so much to all of my patrons. This channel wouldn't be what it is without you guys. I so appreciate that you are here and supporting me. If you are interested in becoming a patron, my link is below. You can also find my link to Instagram. I'm not doing a very good job recently of posting on Instagram. I'm trying to do better on that. But I can't say thank you enough for everybody that watches my videos, always comments, makes my recipes, and also those of you that have bought my cookbook. It makes me feel so good that you guys are enjoying the recipes I'm showing you and that you're making recipes out of my cookbook. This is going to be more than my 2 cups, so I'll just use a little bit of it. So that is just over 2 cups of pureed strawberries, give or take. You can put in more if you want to and have less lemon. It's really up to you. And I think the best thing is I'll have enough pureed strawberries to make my gluten-free strawberry cupcakes. I'll put a link to that recipe below. If you haven't tried those are so good, and they have pistachio buttercream. You should make those. They're also in my cookbook. One of my favorite cupcakes of all time. So now that we've got our strawberries done, I'm going to set that aside. And I need a strainer. I don't want any lemon seeds in my lemonade. I'm going to get my lemons all juiced. Again, I need 2 cups. And it looks like this is going to be the 4 cups of lemon juice and strawberry pulp that I need. If you go a little bit over, that's fine. And if you wanted to, you could have strained your strawberries and get the seeds out. I don't mind. They kind of settle to the bottom. The only time you really need to worry about the strawberry seeds is if you're drinking from a straw and all of the seeds are at the bottom. So I've got my 2 lemons that I'm going to slice up for decoration. I've got a half a cup of honey. I'm going to pour in and start letting it get dissolved with my lemon juice and strawberries. If you're using sugar, you would want to make a simple syrup, which is equal parts sugar and water. So for example, 1 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar. And you would bring that to a simmer in a saucepan and just let that simmer until the sugar is dissolved and it makes a simple syrup. And once it's cooled off, you would add it to this mixture, but because I'm using honey, it will dissolve. So I'm going to set that aside and let that dissolve while I slice my lemons. And you could go as big of slices as you want. I'm not really measuring, just a nice sized slice. And I'm not going to put the ends in for a garnish, but I do want to take out any seeds. And with these small lemons, I used 12 lemons to get my 2 cups of lemon juice. If you've never made homemade lemonade before, you'll see how really easy and simple it is to do. And so easy to change the flavor every single time that you make it. So there's my lemon slices, and they're de-seeded. And I do save all of my lemon peels, and I'll show you what I use those for in just a few minutes. But let's check on our honey and see how it's dissolving. It's getting there, almost. And there are a couple of big chunks of strawberries in here, and that's just fine. My honey is all dissolved. There's nothing on the bottom of this dish. It's stirring together very nicely. So that's ready. I have a nice container that has a spout at the bottom to put my lemonade in. One of the things I like about this is the spout doesn't go all the way to the bottom. So some of the bigger food particles and the seeds will settle to the bottom, and then they won't come out when you want to drink. But this is a really fun, cute way to present your lemonade. If you have a really tall pitcher, that's just as great. Whatever you have, use that. But this is so much fun, and then everyone can just help themselves. Just for presentation purposes, I'm going to put mine on here so I can show you how the spout works without putting it under here. But this is also it's really nice to have a clear one, because then you can put your lemons in there and you can show people what you're having. This size container, it holds 10 cups of liquid. I usually add 5 cups of water to start, just to see how much flavor my lemonade has. And you want to make sure your seal is sealed so you don't drip out the bottom. Take a little taste here. That is perfect. Just the right amount of tart and sweet. And because that is exactly the right amount that I would like it to be, of course, if your lemons are super, super lemony, you could add a little bit more water or more strawberries. Put your lid on, and how cute is that? I forgot my garnish. Before you put your lid on, and I washed my lemons really well before I sliced them. But you can just float your lemons in your lemonade, and of course these will add more flavor as well. You could even float a strawberry in there. And then I usually will put a small bowl or something like that underneath just to catch any drips from when people are serving. Or when your seal is not sealed all the way and you filled up your container. I will assess that problem in just a few minutes. Put your lid on, and now with the lemons in there, people will be able to see that it is lemonade. Or at least a beverage that has lemon in it. But it sure looks pretty. Such a fun drink to have to go with any meal or a light lunch or even just dessert. Or breakfast, anytime would be great. I want to try a little bit more. Perfect. Nothing like a tart, somewhat sweet strawberry lemonade. So nice. And as I mentioned, you could strain the seeds out if you want to. You don't have to. I didn't. But so refreshing and so delicious. And I also want to show you here is all of the lemon peels. I don't throw them away. They have so many uses around the house. You could take all of these lemon peels and put them in a really large container with vinegar and make a lemon scented cleaning solution with vinegar. That's a really good use. But what I do is I'll usually cut these into pieces, put them on a cookie sheet and let them dry out. You could even put them in a dehydrator, but I find that they dry out just fine at room temperature. At least here where the climate is really dry. So once these are all dried and they're in their pieces, I'll store them in a large jar with a lid. And then anytime you make a meal that you can't seem to get the smell gone, such as Brussels sprouts or broccoli or even fish, something that you've made that is offensive the next day that you don't want to smell anymore. So all you have to do, and you can do this with a fresh lemon peel, you could throw this right here into a saucepan. So just 4 or 5 little cloves, 1 cinnamon stick, and 1 or 2 of these in a saucepan. Cover it with water, turn it up to a boil, and then turn it down and just let it simmer. It's such a fast, easy potpourri, and you will get rid of any of those offensive smells. If you've ever made something, hard-boiled eggs, again, certain vegetables, cauliflower is another one that really smells up your house. All of those things, this is a really good solution to get those smells out of your house. And it works just as well with any citrus. Grapefruit, orange, limes, any of those, or a combination of any of those, mixed with the cinnamon, the cloves, it really makes a nice homemade potpourri. I know today was a super fast video, that's why I wanted to show you one of the little home remedy things that I do with lemon peels or orange peels. Such a nice little trick to have, and it really makes your house smell so good. But of course, homemade fresh lemonade, it doesn't get any better than that. And of course, as with anything, this way I know exactly what is in my lemonade, and I can make it as sweet or as sour as I want it to be. But it sure looks pretty in a jar with the lemon slices floating on top. But so much fun. Great for a picnic, great for brunch, or just as a nice beverage to have anytime you want. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I know I say that every single time. If you like my videos, please push the like button. That helps me get more noticed by YouTube's algorithms, and then my videos will reach more people. So if you really enjoyed it, like the video. I would really appreciate it. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.